I'm here with Professor Green,
Yes,
first and foremost. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
It's very good to see you, man. So we're here at the Nandos Yard. Something that we've enjoyed today. You, of course, were in the Booth Truth.
Yes.
How was that? How did you find it?
It was good. It was nice being sat with a group of people who I've crossed paths with several times throughout my career over the years. Emerald, Novelist, Sasha Keeble. It was funny.
It was funny.
It was proper fight. It was, do you know what it was? It was when Sasha goes, yeah, do you know what? Because I think Emerald asked me when my first single come out. Or Novelist, I can't remember who. And I went, which my first single was that done well. I can't remember the question anyway. It was I Need You Tonight. Well, that was the answer I gave. And then Emerald started busting up and she went, I think it was after Sasha had said that the first time we met was at I Love Live when she was 15. So, give me neck. That was a while ago. Like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then Emerald went, I'm not going to lie, I was in like year 8 or 9 and I had your face on my Oyster card holder.
Can you imagine that? And like you said, you didn't even know that existed.
I didn't even know that existed.
Because like Emerald, I've been a big fan from the jump off days. Favourite battle of all time was with Gin. Your mum's an alcoholic, all that stuff. And then like you were saying just then, like it is 10 years since I Need You Tonight. Does that make you feel old, or does it make you feel like I've done well to last this long?
Yeah, do you know what? To still be like, you think I started when I was 18, I'm 35 now. I don't look it. I just tried to, honestly, I just nearly had an argument with Novelist and his mum. No, not an argument. But Novelist and his mum were like, there's no way you're 35. Like, keep it coming. But yeah, I feel lucky, man. I'm not just lucky, fortunate that I've been able to put music out and have an audience, you know, as well as picking up a new audience along the way. Yeah. Every time I put something out, keep my old audience, and my audience grow with me as I've matured as an artist.
Absolutely.
I still have my moments of immaturity.
As we all do. Yeah. Yeah. I was actually at your show in Electric in November, but I was with my girlfriend and we walked to the wrong venue in Brixton because we were at Brixton Academy.
You went to the
my name was on the guest list, so I was going, no, it will be on there, just double check it. And then I was like, what gig is this? They're like Lil Pump. I was like, yeah, I'm not the wrong one. So we walked to Electric and we brought out the likes of Miles Kane, Example, and everyone. It was a wicked show. I don't think I've ever had so many guests. We started the show with, you want to know something funny about that, right? So ironically, the first song that I performed was the single at that time, which was Photograph. Yeah. So and Rag and Bowman came out.
Came out, but he didn't come out for the first chorus because the chorus starts the song. Before the first chorus is just chords, and I got the chords doubled and then doubled again and then doubled again in rehearsals the day before. Now, if I didn't, I would have been right in trouble, and so would someone else. Whoever gave the go-ahead to press play. Oh, really? Because I was actually having my photograph taken with Rag and Bowman at the side of the, like upstairs though, not like at the side of the stage, like proper upstairs. So like me and Rag and Bowman are there like looking at bouncers, because we always look like bouncers when we take pictures together. I'm always the one in front of him, like the lippy one, and then
and he's looking after you,
backing it, like, don't even
ready to back it.
So then I'm like, I can hear the chords to a photograph, and my publicist Kate, she's like, my friend, she's like, nah, they wouldn't do that. And I'm like, you're right, they'd never do that. I'm like, no, that's the chords to Photographs. So I've run downstairs, literally just gone, and walked out. I didn't even have time to get my innings. Wow. So I had to use monitors for the whole thing, bearing in mind we've sound checked for innings. Yeah. Which, you know what though, you see how I didn't even have time to think about whether I was nervous or not. And I probably should have been, because it was my first, I didn't have time to be. Yeah. There'd been a lot of tequila beforehand as well.
Professor Green concerts, that's the standard.
It kind of is the vibe, but we've matured, you know. It used to be bottles of Jack Daniels, which on occasion still you get drunk like that. It used to, do you know what?
You used to spray the Rizzle kits with fire extinguishers.
Yes, yeah, I'd do that again. 100%. Told you, moments of immaturity. Sounds like a shit album. I was having this conversation the other day about if I was an indie band, and we love coming up with shit indie band names, I think I thought of the best one. An indie band called Shit Name for an Indie Band.
I think you're on something there.
I mean,
I think that's a pretty fucking good name.
That would sell some records.
With anything in this day and age.
Well, speaking of records,
stream some.
Speaking of records and albums, you're in a kind of run-up now to releasing some new music.
Yeah, man.
I heard a snippet that you put on your Insta the other day, and you tagged Charlie Shop. Is he the producer on the record?
No.
He wasn't.
Even, do you know what? I've just been
whoever made that is, bro.
Yeah, Eddie Jenkins. He made Matters of the Heart. He done another 2 tracks on the EP as well. We got loads of music together. I actually met Eddie through. He used to play keys for the Streets, and then he was playing keys for Lily when I was touring with her. And he's my housemate now.
He's your
got a
housemate
studio
now?
in the back garden and an upright in the kitchen, so it's a lot of music gets made. Yeah, and he just made that because I was like, I need a beat for Fire in the. Oh, I've let that one out of the bag.
We're all looking forward to it though, man.
Yeah, I just, and the EP's been done for a while. I don't know what all the stuff's gonna come out in, but there's definitely an EP coming out on the 6th of September.
Okay.
We have
a date.
We have a date. We have a date. Which features got it all. The song that's already
with Alice.
Yeah, with Alice Shayne. It's somehow already amassed over 1 million views on YouTube, despite the fact
she's got great voice as well.
She's bad. She's wicked. But yeah, it's mad. Like someone's just taken the snippets off of Instagram, stitched them together, and different people have done this. And yeah, it's amassed, I think, over 1 million views now.
Amazing, man.
Mad.
And you'd like to? Yeah, it's not even out yet. It will be soon. You like to call your fans the Gangrene.
Gangrene.
That's your brand, right?
It is now. It's kind of just. I don't know. It's just. I'm
off the dome kind of guy.
Yeah, well, as was proven upstairs when I got put on. I read the card and everyone was like, why is he concentrating so hard? And I was like, but you know what was sick? I was like, whoa, I haven't used that part of my brain in ages. I don't write when I go to the studio in the general sense. I write by walking around, waving my hands and talking to myself. So I guess it's still like freestyling, but I have time to structure things and move things and change things before anyone hears them. I can do it in my head. There, it was nice to just get put on the spot and have to do something. I need to start exercising that part of my brain more because I miss it, man. You know what I miss as well is that the ciphering, like everyone just. I was talking to one of my best friends, brilliant musician, Dream McLean, the other day, bad boy rapper.
Shit.
And I was just talking to him the other day. I was like, man, when we link up, we just get bursts. Like we don't. If we do rap, it's something that we both know. You know, it's like why don't we take it back to when you had to have a new verse to link up? Because if what it used to be like, where like if you linked up with your people and you didn't have a new verse, what have you been on?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're rappers. That's what we're supposed to. You're meant to be armed, like always ready. So I'm starting to get myself back into that zone.
In terms of brands, we mentioned Gangrene there. I think it's been clear to see in the last 2 or 3 years you've really been working with a lot of brands who you have similarities with. What is it for a brand that they have to do to catch your eye? Because obviously brands must approach you and you've got to be careful and think, okay, if I align myself with this one, this will happen, and vice versa.
It's been really difficult in the last few years because you have to. So like extremely commercial companies will approach me and want me to do something which will give me a bigger platform to discuss things that I've been very, very vocal about since before they were called to talk about, i.e. mental health, suicide, depression, anxiety. And you kind of, it's a difficult one because you're like, well, I don't really stand by everything that your company does, but at the same time you're giving me an opportunity to use a platform which is greater than the one I have. It's difficult. The easy decisions are the ones where that brand doesn't fit with me at all. There's nothing here for me, they're just trying to fling a load of money at me. And sometimes it's a load of money to say, there's not many people that would say no to it. I'm not secure for life. I haven't paid off my mortgage. I took a couple big L's, after I got arrested. I lost a lot of my brand endorsements, even though I wasn't ever charged, but the Fed wouldn't give the evidence to CPS. So I was bailed for the best part of 6 months. And because of that, I lost, a lot of money that should have been coming my way, which was supposed to pay for my ass. That's the reality of it. Like, it's real shit. Everyone sees what they think something is. It's why I just hope some of the kids now that are coming up, who are getting brilliant brand deals, and they're not in 360 deals like I was for a large part of my career. I hope they're being sensible because everyone's talking about drip and
runs out
everything else, but it's like I'm not secure now, but I'm secure in the sense that I have a career, I have a path that I've forged that I can continue to receive revenue from, and there's several of those paths. I've been pretty lucky in that I've been able to dip my toe in the water as far as several different things, and they've all done really well. And now what's happening is everything's kind of all, I'm starting to work out how to join those audiences.
Yeah.
You know, it's mad. People's man's like me.
They do.
People's
My mum loves you, man.
Even my brother, I was going to say my own, actually don't.
In terms of the brand, so like, we did a really good piece with Josh Coombs recently, who did stuff with Gillette, and that really seemed like just a genuine fit, and there was no bravado, there was no, you know, it was just a really nice organic feel to it.
It's the most important thing. If you're ever going to work with a brand, you never ever, I was never given this piece of advice, but I worked it out for myself. Never underestimate your audience, ever. They'll see right through it. Like, it's really easy to see like quick money in many situations. You can transfer this from the music industry, I'm sure, to the acting industry, to any industry. There's always going to be quick money. But you want to stick around for a while, then sometimes it's better to say no and see what happens, and just trust in the fact that you're going to be around when that opportunity is not.
100%.
And that opportunity isn't going to dictate your future. I think a lot of people get scared and they're like, I have to take that job. And I have to take that job, I have to do that, because if I don't, I might not see anything else. If you're not securing what you're doing, what you're doing it for.
Of course. And the word influencer, talk to me about your feelings towards that.
Do you know what? The word influence is a mad one. It's like what are you influencing, and who are you influencing? I think it's a word that's become quite tainted. But I think it's the same as everything. Social media on a whole gets a bad rap, but there's many positive things that come from social media. It's really easy to focus on the negative. I think positive influence is a good thing. You know, remove the art, it's influence. Good influence, bad influence. It's really easy to separate the two, and I think if you put the art back there and an S at the end of it, you have good influences and you have bad influences. I think it's if someone has a genuine passion, you can see that, and that works for me. Don't get me wrong though, it's a different world now. Like, what is someone meant to do if they give up their job to go on Love Island, don't win it, come off, and it's just that person? You get me? What they're gonna do? You gotta be smart. Make as much as you can in that short period of time, because you know there's another series of Love Island coming.
There's 2 in the year now.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they're doing another one in December.
Jesus Christ.
So
you see what I'm saying? So get a move on. I don't know any names. I didn't see the last season.
I'm one of those people that blame it on my girlfriend for getting involved. So I was like, what are you watching that shit for? And then the day later I'm like, babe, it's 9 o'clock, we need to watch Love Island. But it's a lie. I love it.
Enjoying it. Yeah. Do you know what? I think as long as there's better aftercare in place for people, because ultimately what you're doing is you're giving someone the keys to a Ferrari who's never driven a car as far as fame, because people have this really weird want to be famous. Like, I never wanted to be famous, I wanted to be successful.
Because
that took my talent.
Good.
Yeah, and that's objective. Some people would say, you know what I mean? But you get me? But it is. But you know, I think that's been the real culture shift, is that people want fame, and I think for a lot of it, the fame veers more towards infamy. But it's a different culture, and I've got to get my head around it, because the way people consume things is completely different to how they did in the past. And I think the scary thing around the culture that we have now is just how amplified the fact that everything is temporary is.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
And that's what's scary, because you know, it's really scary to see the effect it has socially, you know, and how disposable people see things as well as people see people, because there's this window into an entire world where there was always those people, you just would never come across them. So you have this idea that there's always something or someone better, and there's always this want for something else or someone else, and it just, what it creates is the whole hamster in a wheel.
Well, a perfect example of that I can think of recently is Birdie. Like, my man got hit on the head with a spanner, and then all of a sudden he's got a Boohoo deal and a video on GRM talking about how you come in fast. And it's mental.
What happened?
You know Fergie? How you come in fast? The guy?
No.
Oh,
bro,
you must have been on
I'm really not. No,
you must be the only person.
No, bro, I'm proper not on the internet like that.
Alright, Alex from Glasgow got
Yeah,
on
that's
stage
mad.
with,
Yeah,
and
with
then
Dave. Yeah,
10,
yeah.
You know, 10 minutes later, he's in the booth office getting garmed up,
Yeah.
sitting on top of Ferrari. But then, like you're saying, in 3 years, because maybe he doesn't have the right people around him now, that could affect him mentally.
Yeah, because it's scary, like, and that's what I think about, you know, when you've got programs like Love Island, you're going away for potentially quite a long time, so you're going to have to, if you have a job, leave your job.
Yeah.
You've left your job because you've got this idea of this thing you think you want. Excuse me, Nandos. Repeating on me. You've got this idea, this thing that you think you want, and then you don't win the show, so you're kind of in a bit of you're in, I guess, some sort of limbo. You come out and you're getting jobs, but you're not the guy or the girl, so you're not getting as much work, and then stuff starts to fall off, but you've still got, you're that guy, you're that girl, and like, I'm pretty lucky in that I get love when I walk down the road. People are nice. You know, not everyone gets that. And that is going to affect people mentally, because like, I'd be lying, how could I do what I do and be as recognised as I am and it not have some psychological impact on me? Like, there's days when I don't want to talk to people, but I have to go out, so therefore, and I will never be rude to people unless someone's rude to me. I'll never be rude to people, so that's me having to put a face on things, which, fair enough, we all have to do that, but that can get quite tiring if you're having to do that for a long period of time. But people don't know what's going on in my life. They don't know what, you know, whether someone in my family's sick or my dog's died, or, you know, people have got no idea. Or if I'm just having a bad day, people don't have any idea of that, so I never project that onto other people. I'm always polite, but that's tiring in itself. So now imagine you've got someone who didn't have that happen gradually, and is a lot younger, and then they're just thrown into it, and it's not people wanting to take a picture and tell them that their documentary really helped them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Or their music helped them through tough times. There's people going, oh, you're that for the Love Island, you know what I mean? And then you've got that every day, and all of a sudden you feel isolated because everyone knows who you are, but strangely that's left you more alone than you were in the first place.
Crazy concept. Final question, we're at Nando's obviously.
Yeah.
If you were to have a Nando's with Liam or Noel Gallagher, who would it be and why?
If I was to have Nando's with Liam or Noel Gallagher, I'd have a Nando's with Liam Gallagher, and it would be because I would hope it would be on one of his nights when he wants to have 100 beers, not just one.
I want to have 100 beers, mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that attitude though, you know what I mean? Go out, be as messy as you like, then put it back in the box and get on with life, because we've got enough examples of people who go out and have 100 every night.
Yeah, moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation, even moderation.
That's the key to take away. Stephen, aka Professor Green, thank you so much for your time, bro.
Big up. I hope never had any chicken in my teeth.